everyone, it's me, welcome back. Today I saw a really long post talking about Suckpads and different makers, and so I wanted to just grab the ones that I have and talk a little bit about some of their differences, just to kind of give people an idea. I have bought many pairs of Suckpads. So I have a few today that I'll show you, talk about kind of their price points, how they differ, and to do that I also have an embossed noir that I'll try them on. Keep in mind that these aren't factory made items, these are all custom handmade. Fit's gonna differ a little bit. Half the battle is finding a print that you like. Certain carriers or certain makers are going to have different fabrics that you like. I certainly have my favorites, and they're all going to fit just a little bit differently. This is my opinion. Take it for whatever it's worth. You may have had different experiences or have a different opinion than mine. That's fine. Do what works for you, but just wanted to kind of give some general information. So I'm going to start with start with my favorite or my least favorite. I'm gonna start with my least favorite because I want to get these out of the way. These are my least favorite. These are Suckpads from My Tiny Blooms, and these have two sets of snaps on them, if you can see, and they come with a really huge tag on the front that covers kind of the bottom of the entire width of the Suckpad. I personally buy Suckpads because I love the fabrics, and I think the fabrics are so beautiful. I hate that tag. I took it off with a seam ripper as soon as I got them. Also, just in general, my preference is I don't care for ribbon on them. That's not my jam. Everybody likes something different, and also for the purposes of this video, all the Suckpads are straight Suckpads. I also don't care for curved. So that being said, again, My Tiny Blooms, this is two snaps and a huge tag on the front. I don't care for either of these things. I prefer 3 snaps, and I prefer small tags. So the reason I hated these is because I can tell I'm struggling to snap them on. Look at how they pucker in. I don't know if you can see that on camera. They're so tight and they barely snap that they pucker. I had bought these for the new Mickey embossed All Seasons carrier, and they pucker and pull so badly. They don't lay flat because they only have 2 snaps and because they are too small. Because I took the tag off, they wouldn't take them back, or they wouldn't exchange them, even though they are visibly much too small. So I also didn't care for the customer service. These were also really expensive. They were, I think, $25, and that's the most I had ever spent on a pair of socks. Garbage. Next. Okay, so the rest I think is all just kind of fabric preference. So these are a pair of Suckpads that I had made. These are from Nurse Lana Creations and Designs. You can see a small tag that tucks pretty easily. These are 3 snap Suckpads and pretty standard fit. She was really nice to work with. This was an order that she did for my Wishing for Wasabi carrier. Yeah, she was fast, she was super nice, really pleasant to work with, gave me some options, and they fit really nicely. They don't pucker at all, but they're not too slidey. Because of the 3 straps, or 3 snaps, they lay nice and flat to the carrier, and these are reversible. They reverse to green. The inside of the Wishing for Wasabi has kind of a green and white chopstick pattern, so these match perfectly. I really liked these. I paid $17 for these, which I thought was a pretty good price. And yeah, so this was, again, Nurse Lana Creations. Happy with the design, happy with the fit, really happy with the customer service. Small tag, and I really like the 3 snaps. I think it keeps it nice and flat. The next one is from Pink Tiger Boutique. Her name used to be Tiger Tails Fluff Shop, and so please note that she has recently changed shop names. I think her name is Laura. She was really nice to work with. This was a custom order. It was custom fabric, and so I think I paid $20 for these suck pads. I had ordered another pair for her that was fabric she had in stock, and I think those were maybe $15. Really reasonable. The stitching is nice. These have 3 snaps. No, it's kind of hard to tell. This is actually for an essentials that I have that matches these. And they fit really nicely on the essentials. They also fit really nicely on a standard complete. I guess I have them on backwards because my ribbon's on top, but for all intents and purposes, they're nice and snug without any puckering. The snaps lay nice and flat. So I was happy with this product. Now for my top 2. My absolute favorites to work with are Handmade Baby Crafts by Nicole. And I like to use her for custom orders where I ship my own fabric. She has a huge variety of fabrics, and my kind of core love is I love spoonflower fabrics, and she doesn't carry a whole lot of those, so that is probably why I put her in my number 2 slot, but I love her custom work. This is all fabric that I had shipped into her to sew for me. Her prices were so reasonable. She got them done really fast. Her communication is awesome. I like that she has absolutely no tags on hers, which I really like. And all of hers come with 3 snaps as well. Stitching is nice and straight. She's really great to work with. She is really flexible if you have a certain timeline. So I was really, really happy with these. This is a spoonflower fabric that I had custom made for my son. He loves trains and everything that has to do with trains. Something else to really talk to your shop about is whether or not they fussy cut. Some shops will fussy cut and some do not. Make sure to ask if your shop fussy cuts. What does fussy cut mean? This is probably a good example. When I was getting these made by Nicole, she fussy cuts, which I really, really, really like. That means she looks at the fabric. If the fabric has a central design, she makes sure that it lines up in the middle of the suck pad or off center, whatever your preference is. I am not a matchy person. I don't necessarily like, she made a mermaid set for me, and I had the mermaid put on the middle on both of them, but I don't necessarily love that. I like that the main kind of pattern or the main focal point is a little bit off center. So in a fussy cut suck pad, you're gonna have where your main focal point is right in the middle of each pad. Sometimes that's really great and sometimes that works really well. Like I said, I'm a fan of asymmetry, so I like them to be kind of strategically placed, but depending on your pattern, you're gonna want them fussy cut, and so make sure to talk to whoever is doing your suck pads about that, because that can make a really big difference. So in this example, actually we'll hold up both of them. Nicole's suck pads fit really nicely. They're not too tight. They do have the 3 snaps, so the fabric lays nice and smooth. Here you can see how the fabric was cut. It's a little bit different from this one, but she knows I like asymmetry. So in a fussy cut one, your fabric might be cut to where the train lays perfectly in the middle. Again, that's totally personal preference and just depending on what you like, but it is something to talk to your suck pad maker about because not all companies or makers will do that. So I love her. Find her on Facebook or Etsy. My very, very favorite is, anybody who knows me knows that I love 2 things on suck pads. I love florals all the time, and I love all the cactus all the time. So I have 2 pairs from Olivia Sady, which I love. She's definitely my favorite. She uses a ton of spoon flower fabric, beautiful florals, just beautiful fabrics, and that is what keeps me coming back over and over. Her prices are also really, really reasonable. I've paid $10 for Suckpads on sale from her shop, and these were custom made and they were only $16. So I find her prices to be unbeatable for the beautiful fabrics that she does carry. So I am a huge fan. All of her Suckpads come with 3 snaps. If they are ready to ship Suckpads, they have this teeny tiny little tag, which I really, really like. And if they are non-reversible, they come with a terry cloth backing. That's not everybody's cup of tea. I really like it. I think it's absorbent. I think it's fun. It looks nice and has a little bit of extra kind of stick so they don't slide, which I also really love. So I'm gonna put on this pair. So you can kind of see how these fit. Again, 3 snaps, not too tight, not too loose, which I really like. Have absolutely no puckering on the side. They're laying nice and smooth. And again, you have just a teeny tiny tag in the back. If you are a person who loves florals, this is my reversible set that I just got done, I think last week. You guys, these florals are beautiful. They wash really well. They're just so beautiful. This is also a really good example of a fussy cut on this one. You can see that, if I can snap this, you can see that this cluster of flowers is kind of right in the middle, which is really nice. See the other side too, which looks really nice. So those are some Suckpads that I have tried. Now, here's the deal. By and large, all shops, pick the fabric you want. If you do have a favorite person that you kind of is your go-to, any shop can order you any fabric. It all comes down to customer service, pricing, and your personal preference in snaps, tags, ribbons, add-ons, all of those things. Everybody does a pretty good job again, but everyone also has their favorites. So these are my favorites. I hope you kind of understand what maybe some of the differences are. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, leave them below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And yeah, let me know what other videos you want to see. I'm thinking about a Seat Me video soon, the old version versus the new version, just kind of walking through some differences. And Lillebaby has some fun new stuff coming up. Tomorrow is their active full launch, so definitely be on the lookout for that. If you missed it this weekend, was the kind of big launch of their new Jubilee All Seasons, their new Disney carrier, which is so beautiful. If you missed it and you want to check out that print, follow Love All the Lilies on Instagram and check it out. But yeah, otherwise, go shop, get all the Suckpads, make your carriers yours. Okay, well, till we meet again, bye.